What's going down? We're live. We live. We live. Sending out all the tweets and Instagram shares and all that. One more. Oops. Tweet. Boom. And then we got to do Facebook. All right. Where's the last one? IG, 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 IG. That was like, just drew a blank. Like, I feel like I'm missing one. And it was IG. All right. Everything is posted out there now. All right, all right, all right. Let me pull up the chat. Let me pull up that chizat. What up, Mike Blaze? What's going down with your player? What's going down with your player? What up? What up? Shout out to everybody who's out there. Finally got everything posted up there. So we'll give everybody a few minutes to jump up in here and join us. Hold on, let me go grab a tissue. Let me blow my nose real quick. All right, we lit. Oh, nope. I can feel it. I can feel it. There's still one more booger. All right, all right, all right. Now we lit. Just had a second kid, Mike. Hell yeah. Congratulations to you, bro. Congratulations. Congratulations. You dig what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Kids are definitely a blessing. Dang, did I forget my weed too? Dang, bro. Oh, I didn't. It's right here. I thought I like left it all the way out in the other room, but I didn't. I didn't. We are saved. I think that's the good one. I want to smoke some. What's this? Let's do that rotten fruit cocktail. The rest of that. I wonder where everybody's at today. I know we just uploaded a video like 2 hours ago. So I'm sure the notification is taking a few minutes to get out. So we'll give everybody a couple minutes. If you guys, whoever's in here, if you guys want to take a moment, like, comment, share, you know what I'm saying? Help them notifications get out there, because you know how it be. Like I've told you guys, for whatever reason, the days that I go live, if I upload a lot of videos that day, the live is not pushed as much for whatever reason. Not really 100% sure why, but that just turns out to be the case. So that's all there is to that. Getting my stick right now. What y'all smoking on over there? We about to do this crazy video that I found from The Darkest Secrets. Was not found. She released it yesterday or the day before that. And some crazy stories that happened while in flight. It's nuts. Excuse me. All right. Yeah, I wonder where everybody's at. I wonder where all the peoples are today. Let's see. Let's go make sure. Let's go see. Let's go see. Let's go see. Oh, snaps. Come join the live right now. You know you want to come join the live. We live right now, baby. So come join because it ain't nothing but a good time. You know what I'm saying? When Mile High goes live, it's just a good time. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We have fun. So come join right now. Boom. Put that link in there. We're going to go ahead and drop it onto this one as well. Boom. Link. Boom. Boom. Share that shit right there. And we're going to hit the message. Boom. 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 Crank Nug. We got to get Jeffries up in there. Nikki, Liz, we're just gonna add some people. I'm just sending this notification out. We're gonna get some people up in here. We're gonna get some people up in here. All right, that's all I think I got for right now. All right. What up, Destiny? Hey, shout out to Destiny. It's been a while since we've seen Destiny. How you been? How have you been? Hopefully everything's going your way and in your favor. You dig what I'm saying? I didn't get the notification. Just saw it because I was already on YouTube. Hell yeah, yeah. We were just talking about that. The day I went, blah 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 blah. The days that I upload a lot of videos and go live the same day, the notification for the live usually is pretty weak. Didn't do anything extra or super different. Oh, this is almost gone. But it was just I uploaded like four videos earlier, and the last one I uploaded was like 2 hours ago. So I think that's all it was. But anyways, man, let's go ahead and give a big shout out to all of the members of the channel, and we got to give a big shout out to a new member. But he's, been rocking with the family for a long time. We got RHEC Trey 420. Finally decided to hit that join button, man, and become a member of the channel and help the channel hit greatness and new heights. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Trey. We got Marie, Carrie, Mr. Pay It Forward, Happy Chick, Epic Service, Lynn Willow, Jamal, Jeffries, Holla Girl, Taylor, Funny Farm, Jordan, Christy Poe, Holla Boy, Marla, Diesel, Nick, Creatively Insane, Nicole, Aaron, Mama Dukes, Misty Summers, Robin Lynn. God, I don't know why I keep saying Robert. It's Robin Lynn, Amy Jane Doe, Liz, Nugget, My Hood Life, Gary Willis, and like I said, shout out to RHAC Trey for becoming a member as well, and rocking with your boy. You dig what I'm saying? If you guys want to get personal shout outs on all the videos, all the lives, all that good jazz as well, think about hitting that join button. We almost at 30 members, which is dope, man. It's such a crazy thing to even think that we almost at 30. I thought the first 10 was gonna be crazy, but we got 30 almost. We got 29 official members. Yeah, so think about hitting that join button. 3 different options to choose from. If not, do it the free 99 way and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and let's just jump into this, man. Let's go ahead and get this thing cracking. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, we got the darkest secrets, real unnerving events that occurred in mid-flight. Sounds wild. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Let's see what's happening, or let's see what she's talking about.
The paranormal has always fascinated me. The existence of spirits and phenomena that we cannot explain. The unknown has always been interesting. But this type of thing is not always what makes me lose sleep. It is the terrifying phenomena of everyday life that have brought out the most fears within me. In this somewhat different video, I plan to tell you stories that are not necessarily about ghosts. Make sure you guys hit that like button, that is still frightening. Nowadays, everyone assures that traveling by plane is the safest and most reliable way to go somewhere, even safer than traveling by boat or in your own vehicle. However, I don't know anyone who doesn't feel a little scared when taking off. It is natural for you to feel fear
it out later, Crank.
when you are practically flying in a shell.
You know, that is some real shit though that she just said. Like the idea, like when you look at things logically and like statistically, flying in a plane is far less dangerous than driving your car every day. You know, being on like she said, a cruise or a big boat trying to travel over the ocean and shit. You know, like logically, statistically, all that good jazz, it all makes sense. You right. But then at the same time, she is 100% right when I don't care how much logic and statistics you want to put in and play the game with and all that nonsense. Flying on a plane is nerve-wracking as hell. And I think for me personally, that's part of the reason why, like, I don't mind flying, but I wouldn't go out of my way to say, like, I like to fly either. Because when I get on a plane, I immediately like try to fall asleep. Like I want to fall asleep before we even take off, and then pretty much wake up there. Like you know what I'm saying?
Lighter
That's
than
what I'm
50
talking
centimeters
about. What up, ally?
And thousands of feet high in the sky. The good news is that almost nothing can happen in the air. If an engine fails, the plane can land normally, and there can be strong turbulence, but no plane has ever fallen due to this. In short, almost nothing can happen to you.
That's a bold statement,
the history
right there.
Of aviation,
no plane has ever crashed because of turbulence. I don't know that I buy that shit. I don't know.
By traffic events, and some of them are so strange and disturbing that they border on the impossible. Here, we will not talk about the case of Malaysian Airlines or planes that need to make emergency landings. The things you are about to see here are not even imaginable in science fiction. Incredible events that border on mystery and the paranormal. Things that will surely surprise you. My name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Today we present real unnerving events that occurred in mid-flight. Number 5. June 10th, 1990 was just another day for the controllers at the Birmingham airport in the UK. As usual, they were giving instructions to the different planes that were landing and taking off.
That would be a stressful
ass job, would go down in
I wouldn't want to be one of those control like tower people and shit. I feel like that shit would just be so stressful because you're not just in control of like these planes and the pilots. Like you're in control of these planes, the pilots, and everybody's that's on them goddamn planes, bro. Like that's a lot of lives. Like not just one plane, but like hundreds, if not thousands of planes every day, bro. Like, nah, I'm good.
History.
That sounds stressful.
When they received a call from British Airways, Flight 5390, a plane that had recently taken off from the airport bound for Spain. What they heard on the other end of the line left them completely petrified. Everyone looked at each other and proceeded with the emergency protocol while trying to clarify what had happened. The control tower asked the co-pilot to...
Hey, shout out to my dog, Trey. We gave you a big shout out in the beginning of the video, bro, right before we started watching this. Thank you for becoming a member, man. I know you've been rocking with me for a hot minute. You've been doing your thug thizzle. You've been a part of the family for a long time. But appreciate you. I really do appreciate you for taking that extra little step and becoming a member as well and hitting that join button. So yeah, anybody else who wants to hit that join button, man, we're almost at 30 members, bro. So yeah, shout out to the 29 members and 29 people who want to see this channel, reach the greatest heights that it can. Not saying that no one else doesn't want to see that hasn't hit the member button, but to take that little extra step, I gotta give praise where praise is due. You dig what I'm saying?
Playing the situation while they were flying back. The plane was carrying 81 passengers and was at an altitude of more than 16,000 feet. It had only been 15 minutes after taking off when the left windshield of the cabin, this is right in front of the captain, unexpectedly detached from the fuselage, causing a decompression so intense It literally sucked the captain, Tim Lancaster, out of the aircraft. Within fractions of a second, half of the man's body was outside of the plane, getting stuck in the aircraft's controls, which saved him from obvious death. The co-pilot put everything in automatic mode and proceeded to grab the captain by the legs. He yelled for help to the crew so he could turn and land the plane. After the astonishment of such a daunting scene, one of the crew members entered and took the place of the co-pilot, holding on to the captain with all of his strength. The images you now see on the screen is a recreation of the event exactly as the crew remembered it.
That is
the co-pilot returned to his seat and decided to make an emergency descent as quickly as possible to reach an altitude that would offer enough oxygen not only to the pilot, but also to all the passengers who, terrified, already thought of the worst scenario. It took 15 more minutes for the plane to land. During all that time, the captain was hanging out of the window, being hit by the strong winds which caused his legs to be hurt by the fuselage due to the pressure. Both the co-captain and the crew assumed that the captain had already died, since the body was whipping against the plane at all times. The speed prevented oxygen. The plane was traveling so fast that the strong winds even ripped the skin of the person who held the captain's legs. Finally, 35 minutes after taking off, the plane managed to land. Everyone mourned the probable death of the captain until the paramedics arrived and informed everyone that miraculously, Lancaster had survived.
That is wild.
Subsequent investigations discovered that what caused the windshield to detach were a few screws that did not correspond to that model of the plane, and that were placed only 27 hours before takeoff. Without a doubt, an episode...
Damn, you would never, I wouldn't have thought. That's how you know I'm not no goddamn engineer or no mechanic or anything like that. A screw is a screw is a screw to me. If the shit fit, the shit fit, right? In my opinion, all screws are created equal. You dig what I'm saying? No screw should be, counted out until, I guess, it doesn't hold the damn window of a plane on and the captain goes flying out of that shit halfway out and then gets his skin ripped off of him, and the other guy gets his skin ripped off of him because the decompression was so goddamn crazy. And then it took them 35 minutes to get this plane back on the ground and shit. And that's when you realize that they're not all created equal. I'm just saying. I wouldn't. Bro, holy shit. That would be the craziest shit ever to be on a plane and that happened. That'd be crazy to be the fucking captain and that shit happened.
They will never forget.
The fuck? Yeah, you would never forget some shit like that. The fuck? When the captain go flying out?
Number 4.
Yeah, that shit's wild, bro. I thought all screws were created equal until that
If I mention the word gremlin, the first thing that would come to mind are the popular little creatures that were in American movies that were a hit in the 80s.
Yep, don't feed them
after
midnight.
For the Anglo-Saxon
don't get them
world,
wet.
These mischievous beings are part of their mythology.
Was it 10 or was it
beings
midnight?
That for the British Royal Air Force, they are much more than a simple myth. You see, something very strange started happening during the First World War. It was repeated a couple of times that British pilots of the Royal Air Force saw small creatures in the cockpits or on the wings of their planes. Some describe these beings as benevolent and even helpful, offering guidance to help pilots avoid crashes. At that time, the legends of the gremlins were popular, so these people immediately thought that it was about these creatures. Some had wholesome and useful encounters, while others had destructive and dangerous encounters, drinking fuel, biting through wires, and making holes on the wings of the plane. One of the most popular stories is of a pilot who miraculously survived after landing his aircraft. He assured that his accident was due to small creatures causing damage to the fuselage of the plane, to the point of causing it to fail, mainly due to altering the engines and flight controls. Another pilot who experienced something similar wrote the following.
Hold on, what does it say? These ghosts speak with human voices, friendly forms of vapor, without substance, able to disappear or appear at will, to enter and exit through the walls of the fuselage as if there were no walls there. Charles Lindbergh, or whatever his last name was. Okay. Sound like ghosts, nigga. Sound like you mistaking some ghosts fucking you hallucinating or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I think he was hallucinating.
The cases became so common that the British Air Ministry created a commission to investigate each case, including a gremlins expert who created a guide.
Did she just say a gremlins expert? Bruh. Oh my God. She just... A gremlins expert, huh? That's like... To me, that's like the equivalency of a Bigfoot expert. Like, you chasing shadows, dog. You might as well be... You might as well go chase ghosts. Like, you know what I'm saying? I believe in ghosts. I think that you have a better chance of catching a ghost on film than you do a goddamn gremlin or a goddamn Bigfoot. I'm just saying.
The most common acts of the creatures in the scenarios
that's just me. That's my opinion.
Which they had to be looked out for. What do you think? Could they have been delusions or hallucinations? If so, how is it that it happened to so many pilots? What could these creatures have been? Number 3.
I will tell you guys, I will be straight honest with you guys about some of the investigation shit. If it's like ongoing current investigations, I'm not going to be, I don't like to do the reactions to that type of stuff because I just truly don't want to give like false information or perceptions or anything like that when people are like still currently being looked for, stuff like that. Like ongoing active investigations, like especially when they're super like horrible. I just prefer to not. Like, it's one thing to do the investigations about stuff that's like we've solved and stuff like that. Like, I don't mind that type of stuff if it's like super horrible and shit. But I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because I just out of respect of like families and stuff like I wouldn't want anybody like making light or, having all like giving their opinion based on, fucking just parts of the, the story and the context and shit. So just out of respect of like, people who are hopefully living and still being actively searched for, I just choose not to do that type of stuff. But if you have any dope investigations or things you want to watch that are like solved, things like that or whatever, or this super old, I don't mind that type of shit, but definitely don't like to do the new stuff.
Mysteries have always captured people's curiosity, whether they are paranormal events, supernatural powers, or unexplained events. And among all of them, those that occur on a plane undoubtedly stand out above the others due to the fact that they occur in mid-flight. And a clear example of that lies in the shocking story of Flight 513. On the morning of September 4th, 1954, Santiago Airlines commercial flight 513 left an airport in West Germany. However, days passed and the plane never reached its destination. It had disappeared somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean without a trace. The authorities assumed that the plane had fallen into the sea
What up, Taylor?
and the remains submerged in the ocean. As a result of this disappearance, Santiago Airlines closed its doors to the public in 1956, and nothing else was ever known about the flight or the 92 people on board.
That's crazy that one missing flight shut down the whole airline and like they went out of business over that. But don't we have like multiple airlines like that got multiple planes that have disappeared and they still functioning and like in business?
Nobody imagined that 35 years later, the case would have shocking news.
What?
On October 12, 1989, in Porto Alegre, Brazil, the control tower noticed the arrival of a strange aircraft. On the screen it said it was Flight 513, but despite all attempts to communicate with them, the plane did not respond. The employees of the Porto Alegre airport were surprised by the landing of the plane that was supposed to be lost. that did not respond to radio signals. So they went to check the interior of the aircraft. What they saw left them extremely shocked. Inside, they did not find anyone alive. All of the occupants had been dead for years.
What?
Decomposed. In fact, upon entering the cockpit, the captain's corpse was still holding the controls. Could it be assumed that the lifeless body landed the plane? A shocking story, but it sounds like a creepypasta to me. However, to this day, there's no information regarding its veracity. This case has many similarities with another case that does have reports that can authenticate.
No fucking way. What? I mean, I know planes can fucking, you know, they got like autopilots and shit, but can planes land themselves and shit? Nigga, what? You had a whole plane disappear into the fucking abyss of nothingness and shit, the Bermuda Triangle or some shit, and the fucking shit just kind of just came back from a parallel universe fucking years later and lands its fucking self, and you just got a fucking plane full of corpses and shit that fucking all look like they've been dead for years? Like, what? Bruh, like... My whole brain just exploded. I don't even know how to explain that shit.
To put you in context, on July 2nd, 1955,
that shit's crazy.
Pan Am Flight 914 took off from New York City to Miami, Florida. A relatively short journey that should have been flown without major inconveniences. However, 3 hours later, when the plane had to reach its destination, it simply disappeared from the radars. The control towers did not receive distress signals. The plane had simply disappeared into the air. Everything indicated that it had crashed somewhere along the way.
What do you mean?
However, the search team could not find the remains. Not one piece of the plane was found. Investigators were unable to explain how the aircraft had disappeared with 61 passengers on board. The case was never resolved, and the official statement said the plane crashed but could not be rescued. A mystery that would unbelievably be brought up 37 years later. On September 9th, 1992, the air traffic controller at the Caracas airport in Venezuela saw a plane appear on the radar out of nowhere, as if it had been hiding and suddenly decided to appear. He checked the readings several times, thinking that it was a mistake, but everything was correct. It took about 10 minutes for everyone in the tower to see the plane with their own eyes. As the plane got closer, they realized that it was very old. A McDonnell Douglas DS-4 plane, still with propellers instead of modern turbines. But the strangest thing happened when the pilot of the aircraft contacted the control tower and asked in English, "Where are we?" The controller replied that they were approaching the Caracas airport and asked, "Where are you headed?" After several minutes, the pilot replied, "We are Pan Am Flight 914, heading from New York to Miami, Florida, with a crew of 457 passengers on board."
Than fucking Florida, nigga. What?
What was a Pan Am flight doing 1,700 kilometers from its destination?
Right.
That was the question everyone asked. From the tower, they ordered to clear the runway for the plane to land. They thought that perhaps the pilot had gone crazy, but since there were people on board, they had to be saved. The ground units immediately went to the aid of the plane, which had no problem landing. However, one question would change the course of the entire operation. When the operator told the pilot that it was May 21st, 1992, the pilot reacted in a very bad way, saying that they should get away and that they would leave immediately. The operator tried to stop it, but all to no avail. The plane took off and minutes later disappeared from radar, never to be seen again.
What?
Some say that everything was the product of a collective psychosis. However, there are files where many people claim to have witnessed the same event. So this case is much more likely to have been real.
That's crazy as shit. So the dude just was
Number
like, what?
two.
This is the wrong time. and decided he was going to take back off and be like, nope,
as we already
gotta
realized
go.
from the stories of the previous posts, there are situations in which reality is stranger than fiction. The case of the Aloha Airlines Flight 243 is undoubtedly one of them, since to this day, what happened on April 28, 1988, is considered a true miracle. That day at 1:20 p.m., the Aloha Airlines Boeing 737-200 was ready on the runway, finalizing the details of positioning and preparing for takeoff. And 5 minutes later, the plane was already in the air, gaining altitude, with 90 passengers and 5 crew members. The normality of the flight lasted 21 minutes. After that time, and at 24,000 feet, a true nightmare became a reality.
What?
Unexpectedly, the aircraft suffered an explosive decompression that, although you find it hard to believe, blew off part of its roof and much of the lateral fuselage from the front of the wings. Have you ever been on a plane? Just imagine it. The flight is normal until suddenly and without warning, an explosion blows off almost the entire roof of the plane.
No, I can't imagine that
and shrill
shit.
noises, you look up
What do you mean,
and
imagine
see the
that
open
shit?
sky.
Hey Jay, what's Nugget's name?
In mid-flight, the
Nugget?
plane remained as you now see
What
on
do
the
you
screen.
mean?
This is a real image, with a third of the passengers in the open, exposed to the fierce winds and temperatures that bordered on 20 degrees Celsius. It is surely an image so terrifying that it becomes inexplicable.
Fucking crazy.
An image that will now haunt you every time you get on a plane. It sounds like science fiction,
crap,
but it happened in real life. Unfortunately, everything happened so fast that Clarabelle Lansing, the cabin manager, was automatically ejected from the plane. Her body was never found, and it is likely that she died on impact with the sea.
She died
according to many, a terrible misfortune in the midst of a chain of miracles. This was due to the fact that the rest of the passengers and cabin crew were still fastened to their seatbelts, thanks to the fact that the light signal had not been turned off. But it was not the only thing. Everything was given so that the metal of the aircraft would continue to break under so much pressure. In fact, at any moment, it could have split in two, which would have meant the end of the 94 lives that were still on board. However, despite the explosion, and without knowing exactly what was happening, the pilot managed to request an emergency landing at the Kahului Airport, the closest city to his position, thus starting the descent of an aircraft that could break into pieces at any second. It was 13 minutes of descent. 13 long minutes that passengers lived in terror of everything that was happening around them.
That would be
not
crazy.
Knowing if they were survived or not. A moment when, against all odds, another miracle came to light. In the middle of a forced landing, the landing gear responded without major problems.
IG number.
Just imagine what it was like for them to experience that. The images captured on the runway were truly shocking. A plane lay on the tile with a third of its fuselage detached, as if it were an urban tourist bus. A true miracle that to this day is remembered. Number 1. And we finish this video with which for many is one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. I am referring specifically to the case D.B. Cooper, a man who on November 24th, 1971, hijacked a Northwest Orient Airlines Boeing 727 mid-flight. On the morning of that day, Cooper approached the counter of Northwestern Orient Airlines in Oregon, dressed in a suit and carrying a briefcase in hand. He paid cash for a seat on Flight 305 to Seattle, where he ordered a glass of bourbon and sat down to wait for takeoff, without attracting the attention of the rest of the passengers. The plane took off without problems, but in full flight, once the stewardess brought Cooper the drink, he handed a note to her, who reading it said that he had a bomb in his briefcase. When she looked at Cooper, terrified, he opened the briefcase, and there was the bomb. He asked the stewardess to notify the captain and pass him a second note. In this, Cooper asked for 4 parachutes and $200,000 in $20 bills in exchange for not making the plane explode into 1,000 pieces. The flight attendant took the note to the captain, who arranged for the passengers to get off in Seattle after the subject was handed the money. After freeing the passengers and with the money in his possession, Cooper ordered the crew to put the plane back in the air, bound for Mexico. The police couldn't do anything since he still had the crew hostage, so the plane took off. It was at that moment that the subject places all of the crew in the pilot's cabin and demands to open one of the rear doors, a moment in which, without thinking too much, he jumped with the parachute and the stolen money in the middle of the night over an area covered by a dense forest.
And just disappeared.
Thus begins one of the most incredible mysteries in the United States. In searching the area, the FBI found no trace of D.B. Cooper.
Yeah, he never got
Only a
found.
tie was found on the plane. Over the years, a series of investigations had been carried out. More than 800 suspects were mentioned, and even a man named Richard Floyd McCoy was arrested. But he denied all the accusations. And since they did not have enough evidence against him to ensure that he really was D.B. Cooper,
they got a whole
they released
documentary
him.
about this dude.
Another possible clue was found by a child in 1980 when the minor found a bundle full of $20 bills near the Columbia River. Bills that turned out to match the serial number of the ransom notes given to Cooper on the day of the kidnapping. The package contained around $5,800, but there was no sign of the rest anywhere. More than 50 years after that event, it is really not known what happened to D.B. Cooper, if he did die on the spot or survived his incredible parachute jump, becoming part of a myth that is remembered from time to time in books, series,
I don't
or
even know.
movies,
They got
and
all
that
they
without
could do
a
is
doubt
speculate who the fuck
deserve
D.B.
to
Cooper
crown
is.
this video.
They don't know who he is.
Do you know of any other case that you would like for me to mention here? Leave your opinion in the comment box.
They never found
because
D.B.
this
Cooper.
video has come to an end.
My name disappeared into the world of nothingness and shit. That motherfucker went to space or something. I don't even know. His ass went to space or some shit. All right, let's see. We got a few different videos from here. And actually, hold on. I think Sir Spooks. There's some new Sir Spooks videos, yeah. All right. Top 5 scary videos that will disturb you. All right, let's do this. Y'all ready for this shit? Are y'all ready for this shit?
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 5 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future uploads. Alright, let's begin. This first video was published to the highly popular High Strangeness subreddit, which is essentially one big collection of all sorts of photos, videos, and stories relating to the paranormal, UFOs, ancient cultures, cryptozoology, anomalies, and other strange things. The video in question is an old and grainy video filmed all the way back in 2002 and seemingly showcases some sort of spherical, unidentified flying object hovering around this particular area. Have a look.
Oh, that'd be cool. That shit look like a fucking balloon, like a weather balloon or some shit. It just looks like a weather balloon. Oh, but now it's flying and shit. Maybe not flying. I don't know.
The nearly 2-minute video documents this incredibly mysterious round object floating around slowly but surely before it eventually and abruptly ends. leaving us all to wonder what exactly we just watched. Many commenters have mentioned how authentic this particular video feels, believing that this videographer actually managed to capture genuine footage of a real-life UFO in broad daylight. Others have called it a hoax, stating that what we're seeing is actually a ball hanging on a horizontal string or fishing line.
I mean,
But what do you think?
Thinking weather balloons.
Is this an actual UFO sighting?
Too.
Is this bizarre sphere something else entirely? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
I think that was a logical enough explanation for me. That sounded great. That sounded great. I can't argue with that. Because I was thinking weather balloons, so
A Reddit user named AdditionalArm6362 uploaded this mysterious and eerie video to the aforementioned high strangeness subreddit
right now,
that showcases a piece of home surveillance camera footage taken on March 22nd, 2021 at 9:22 p.m. Just by taking a quick glance at the video, you won't be able to notice anything out of the ordinary. It simply looks as if you're looking at an ordinary neighborhood in the middle of the night, with all being as quiet as a mouse. However, the seemingly innocent and easygoing nature of the video is just about to take a huge turn.
Oh shit, whoa! Something flew into your house,
all of a sudden,
bruh.
Without warning, the street lamp turns out before a weird figure appears and starts to float around the area, before eventually disappearing into thin air.
No, into your house.
It is worth noting that because of the strange shape of this particular entity, it could very well be a bug on the lens. But the timing of the light going out and this strange thing appearing at the exact same time is quite fascinating and interesting to ponder. What do you think? Do you think this was some strange, otherworldly visitor? Was it a bug? Or was this whole thing faked in order to get some easy views?
I mean,
let
all
me know
those
your
things
thoughts
can be very possible. I like how Sir Spook's just like be throwing out all these logical explanations and shit. Like, could it be this or that or this? Like, you know what?
Jimmy B Trail Cams is a YouTuber who started uploading videos just 4 months ago, typically consisting of him venturing out to different trails and documenting his findings. But by taking a quick look at his uploads, you'll find that none of them are outright scary, but rather interesting, especially if you're into wildlife and nature. However, one particular video that he uploaded recently stands out like a sore thumb amongst the crowd of his other more innocent videos. The following video was filmed by Jimmy in Birch Bay, Whatcom County, Washington in April of 2021 at around 9 p.m. The video starts off simple enough as we look at a couple of trees in the distance. The atmosphere is certainly a bit creepy, but nothing overtly scary happens.
Walking in the woods?
That is until a mass...
I that is the dumbest shit in the world to me, to go fucking wandering around in the woods and shit at night by yourself. Like,
an extremely tall entity proceeds to walk through the woods before eventually disappearing from view.
Call it Bigfoot, but y'all ass caught a fucking alien or some shit. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you, brother. I know you're always
Although the
working
quality
hard,
of the video is a bit blurry and pixelated, if you look closely, you can see that the creature is very tall and looks to be quite hairy, which is making some people believe that the figure caught on camera in this video is none other than Bigfoot himself. Whether or not it actually is the elusive creature is yet to be determined, but all signs certainly point to it. Bigfoot or something else, this is definitely something you wouldn't want to see if you were walking through the woods.
Facts. That we can both agree on. I wouldn't want to see no shit like that walking through the woods and shit. And I wouldn't, because I wouldn't be walking through the woods by myself at night. Just telling you. I'm just telling you.
This next video was published to TikTok by a user named Cheat Rope, who was driving around outside on his motorcycle when he thought he saw someone suspicious in a nearby abandoned house. He then did something that many of us would not have the bravery to do. He went to help and investigate the eerie house. Throughout the remainder of the video, the man conducts a thorough investigation of the area, but is ultimately unable to find anyone or anything. He eventually leaves and all is well. However, little did this TikTok user know at the time that he actually did manage to capture something on video that day that proved he was not so alone after all.
Man, I wouldn't have stopped to go look into shit.
If you pause right around the 1:14-minute mark, you can clearly see someone or something moving away from view, perhaps trying to hide from the uploader so he did not get caught. Surely, when the TikTok user saw this later, he must have been incredibly spooked, realizing that the whole time there was somebody there that
it looks
could
like
very
two
well
people,
have been
like
watching
on a
his
bike or
every
something.
move.
See, don't it look like two people? Bro, that's two people on a bike or some shit. Look at this shit. Look, watch. Look, there's one right here and one literally right here. Right, go back. Look at that. There's two people on this shit. What up, Jamal? See? There's like two people on like a bike or something, like trying to scoot away. Thinking they might have thought they were in trouble or some shit. I don't know. I don't think that was necessarily like.
This final entry is a two-part haunted house exploration video filmed in Japan and uploaded to YouTube on January 1st, 2021. The house that the uploader in question is exploring was built by a family of three, approximately 30 to 40 years ago. One day, the entire family went missing, seemingly without a trace. The current owner wanted to sell the house. It was vacant, but the owner felt a strange presence somewhere in the house. Now, the channel owners are told that they have to close all doors after they open and go through them. So with that backstory out of the way, let's take a look at these two videos. At one point in the video, the channel owners are wandering around a particular room in the house before they eventually open a door that leads them to quite a terrifying discovery.
Bruh, what are they gonna discover?
いや別に何も変わったところはない。どう？
Did he shut the door?
すみません閉めてないやん。いやいや閉めた閉めた。ちょっとさっき出る時さ閉めたよ。
Oh, there's some fucking feet on the other
About 10
side. I
minutes
didn't
later,
see that, bro.
a video that was recorded by the new buyer while he was inspecting the house begins to play, and in addition, we are shown yet another chilling piece of footage that further cements just how haunted this house truly is.
You can just burn that shit down. Burn it down. Nobody needs to move into that shit.
In the second part of this exploration, the uploaders are continuing on with the investigation.
Why is my... Hold up. I look all weird as fuck on the camera. That shit's odd. What's going on with that? Hold on, I'm letting the video catch up so I can see if I fixed it or not. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. A lot, not even a little bit. That's a lot of it better. That shit was fucking weird looking. It was just like all super fucking...
This haunted house, which proved to be even more haunted than their wildest dreams could have ever imagined. At one point in the video, while exploring a dirty, messy, and eerie kitchen, the man recording immediately hears something rather startling from a distance that creeps him right out.
Nope, gotta go.
But it's what happens next that is easily the most frightening discovery of the entire night. The man recording hears the ringing sound of a standing doorbell, and as he turns around, he sees something rather horrifying that will surely give him nightmares for the rest of his life.
This shit is fake as fuck. He's over here blinking and shit. I fucking hate these videos. They're so fucking scary. They really do be scary as shit.
Eventually, the men end their investigation and the video ends, which was certainly for the best. If these channel owners had stayed any longer, there's truly no telling exactly what could have happened to them. And that was 5 scary videos.
Yeah, fuck all
I
that
hope
shit,
you enjoyed
bro.
the video, and if you
burn it down, don't go back. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about them types of spots. You know what I mean? Nobody want to live in that shit. Nobody want that. You know what I mean? Nobody want that. Nobody wants that. Oh, look, here we got a new LRHN. Guy leaves his girlfriend behind after a short pursuit. Oh, that's foul as fuck. All right, we got to watch this and get some fucking laughs in. Come on, guys. It's time to get some laughs in after that bullshit. Let's see, which car is it? That's supposed to be the... Oh. Is it this one coming around the corner? Nope, he wasn't going fast enough. That dude's flying. It had to have been him. No? Yeah, see? Yeah. Stay burn and run. Hell no, there ain't no stay burn and run. Nah, burn that shit down. Run. You know what I'm saying? Run. Okay, he was just
plus the one white male in the driver's seat and the
He's about to take off and this cop is walking up to him. Watch. He's going to take off.
Driver, turn your car on.
Told you. What did I say? I mean, he didn't even let the dude walk up to him. He just said, fuck it. Watch this be one of them slow-ass fucking chases again. Look, buddy stopping at stop signs and shit. California stopping at almost. What was that? This is the chase?
We need to go on the service road here on 263.
Okay, so now he took off. Is this his skid marks? Holy shit, if that's Buddy's skid marks and shit, holy fuck, Buddy is fucking flying. Now he is hauling ass. Okay, now we got a chase on our hands. I was about to say, what the fuck? I just think he was about to run, but not really run. Like, what was that? Oh, shit. Holding this bitch. That was a little Dodge Journey, so I think it's got all-wheel drive on it. I think. I never had a little Dodge Journey. Where was it? I don't know what the fuck it was. To be honest with you. Buddy went down. Where did he go? If that cop would have turned the other way, he would have lost that nigga. There's gotta be this trail can't go to anywhere. There he is. I'm like, this trail can't go anywhere productive. How did you miss this whole open field, bro?
Back here.
I guess he was probably fucking flying through because it took him a minute to catch up. I'm about to say, hey, there's this whole ass open field over here. Your ass could have been
Show me some hands!
free.
Show me some hands!
He had to have left already. There's
Show me
no
some
fucking way
hands!
that he's still there.
I tell you, I'm gonna shoot you in the butt. Get out of the car. Where's the driver at? I know he did. Step out of the car, ma'am. Step out of the car now.
He said, I know he did, but he
Show
said
me
he
your
ran.
hand.
I know he did too, shit.
Show me your hand.
Hold on.
Step out of the car. I know you got the car now. You by yourself. Walk to me. Walk to me. I'll lay here. Walk to me. Which way do you run? Okay.
Oh, yeah, I think he said something about shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you through the back or some shit, like through the back window or some
Come to
shit.
me. Turn around. Turn around. Put your hands out.
I mean, she didn't do shit though.
What's his name?
Max.
What?
Max.
Max what? Okay. What do you run for?
I don't know.
We have
I don't know. I don't know if somebody runs. Just a little bit of either.
Oh man. He took off for a little bit of weed and
I couldn't open the door, but
I don't know if she said that was a pistol or something.
Max.
Max what?
Casada.
How do you spell that?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Is that not your boyfriend? How do you not know how to spell your boyfriend's last name? What the fuck are you saying? Bitch, this is not a time to be lying. This is not a time to be lying. Unless you just riding and you about to go to jail and you down for the time, this is not the time to be lying right now. Here's my question to you. Are you riding or are you snitching? You telling it all. You know what I'm saying? Which one you doing? You saving yourself and saying, fuck this nigga because he took off? Or do you think maybe she conspired with him and was like, all right, if you crash this shit, you better fucking run and I'm gonna fucking stay and I'm gonna deal with this shit, but you better fucking get away. You know what I'm saying? Like, you riding or you snitching? Which one you doing?
what?
Casada.
Spell it.
If I sound it out, C-A-S-A-T-A.
C-A-S-A-T-A.
Yes, that's how it sounds.
What?
Yes, that's what
He
it
gets ID in the car?
does. He handed me this.
Where's
It's
it at?
in my left bra.
Can't get that.
His ID when he pulled over, he gave me his backpack. That's what he pulled out, and I put it in here.
What do you say he's running for?
He didn't tell me. He didn't say
Oh, come on.
anything.
What's your
Did it?
name?
I'm
He
James.
gave you his ID?
Rojack.
Where you from?
New York.
What?
Whose car is this?
His, as far as I know.
See any guns?
No.
No weapons?
Not that I've seen, no. There's a knife in there. I have pepper spray.
Nigga, what? Yeah. Oh, man. What do you mean? He gave you his ID. No, bitch. You was his chick, and you was holding that shit before y'all got into this whole situation. Fuck out of here. I just don't. That is some bullshit, bro. She is
Stolen
talking
vehicle, he ran
bullshit. Ain't
that
no
way.
nigga that you just don't know like
Yeah,
that.
in the woods.
Here, hold my
He's got a
ID.
white beater shirt on.
Bro.
White beater
Fuck
shirt
outta
on.
here.
What size jeans? Your jeans?
Some sweatpants, sir.
That's sweatpants.
Man, Buddy better be a runner and a track star
What's your first name?
and fucking Usain Bolt's cousin or some shit. Because
C-A-I.
as soon as they get the dogs out,
T.
that's it.
C-A-I-T.
Don't let the canines come into play. 'Cause,
L. Y.
they gonna get your ass.
Any middle name?
M. Marie.
Last name?
Shit, they don't even gotta fucking do nothing. They gonna wait for your ass to go home.
J.A.K.
Dummy. Got a whole ass ID.
Straight birth.
Then you left this chick who's
3/27,
snitching on you.
1987.
Here come the dog. I was guaranteed they got the dog.
New York.
He's from New York also? You know their birth?
I don't. I know he's 29.
So you know how many weapons on him?
No, sir.
How much
We have. I have. Pepper spray in the car.
That's the canine. Where you about to run off to? Bro, you is not about to go find this dude walking through this fucking field.
What's his last name again?
Not even all this shit. That nigga
Straight
ran.
the woods?
Better get them dogs
His
out
female,
there.
his IDs in a bra.
How the fuck they not bring out one dog?
His IDs in a bra. He put it in a bra and then I poured them open. Okay.
What up, Lynn Willow? Where are the dogs?
That way right there. White male, he's got a white beater on and warm ups.
What up, Carrie?
This way, right? Right here, right that way.
He is 52, so he's having protection order on file, and I would not get anything out of
I'm gonna be so shocked if they find Buddy. If they catch Buddy, I'm gonna be shocked.
M-A-X.
Like, if it's not like they're picking him up later, I'm gonna be shocked as shit if they do catch this nigga in this fucking forest.
I believe that's how it's
Or the
done.
woods, I guess. This ain't a forest, but, you know,
C-A-S-Q.
some little wooded area.
Casada. I don't think there's a Q.
What the fuck is this? Where is this at?
I believe that's how it sounds to me. Casada. The two T's, I don't know.
Arkansas, maybe? Arkansas State Police? Is that what ASP? Arkansas? I think that's what it is. What up, Keith? You all good, man? Appreciate you for watching the old shit. Yeah, keep running up the old shit. You know what I'm saying? Keep watching the videos, man. I'm glad that you got replay value. That's the best part. I'm glad that people go back and watch the old stuff, man. It's a blessing. I just want to, man. I wish they had the body cam off of the cops in the woods and shit. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Hopefully you're doing great too. When is this? This shit is only a few days ago. What the fuck? Where is the body cams at, man? And this shit just seems like a shitty job, bro. Being a cop seems like a shitty. Like, you imagine all the paperwork you gotta do to do, like, because of this shit. Like, this just seems like a shitty job. Like, I would hate people being a cop, bro. I couldn't do it. I think being a cop would make me hate people. Like, for real hate people, bro. Just dealing with dumb shit and then having to know, like, I have to go do paperwork behind your dumb shit. Like, I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't give a fuck. I don't care enough. The fact that you can't just throw some niggas in some cuffs and take them to jail, you gotta go back and do paperwork behind these niggas. Like, that would suck, bro. Shout out to all the cops that do their job and do it well. Because that shit's gotta suck. Appreciate you, Jamal. Appreciate you, brother. Man, buddy took off without her. He said... I'm sure he can't, but still, man. These motherfuckers are some body cams. I just want to be able to see them in the woods trying to chase Buddy down without their dogs. Since they apparently don't have no canine units either. God damn, the Arkansas State Police is broke then. These things ain't got body cams, they ain't got dogs.
What's that, ma'am?
It's kind of, I just feel like...
I know, I'm not going to touch it.
He said, I'm not touching shit. That shit's gonna stay in your titty until a female officer gets here. Or your ass goes to prison, and the female officer is still gonna be the one to remove it. So, yeah. Not prison, I guess, intake. Your ass go to jail. Get booked in. Yeah, that shit was fucking funny. If y'all haven't seen that video where the dude called the cops because a dude stole $25 from him and told him that he could go get some ice, and Buddy was so mad because he got jacked for $25. He didn't get the drugs, and he didn't get no pussy because he couldn't get the girl right that he was trying to get some pussy from because she was a drug addict and a prostitute, a streetwalker. And yeah, that shit was fucking hilarious. Y'all go watch that shit too after this live if y'all still up looking for something, or just watch it tomorrow. What up, Funny Farm?
How long have you been with him today?
Tonight, all day. We woke up together.
The hell of a feeling in
It's
jail.
his car. He's going with us.
How long have you been with him?
Him? Since March.
March?
Bro. She just said, I've been with him since March. But you don't know this nigga's last name or how to spell it or anything else, and all this bullshit that you claiming. Bitch, you know how to spell his last name. You know everything about this. You know his middle name. You know what his dick smell like. You know all that shit. You know all of that. Don't sit here and lie. That's why your ass had his ID, because y'all was out doing whatever y'all was doing, and you was holding that shit for him before all of this shit happened. He didn't be like, here, hold my ID for no fucking reason. Fuck out of here. She's stupid. She's stupid, bro. She's stupid.
How long have you been living in New York?
In New York my whole life.
Where you live at now?
We're traveling to California.
You ain't about to make it. You are not about to make it.
2 months pregnant. When we left on this trip, I've been sober 5 years. I take Suboxone. I'm sick. I ran out of my meds 3 days ago. I went to 3 different hospitals here in Arkansas. The laws are different than New York. They wouldn't help me. They wouldn't give me my Suboxone. They said I need to be in a program or some sort. So we were trying to get to Oklahoma to get to the hospital there.
We ran straight there, and they're on the woods right there.
That sucks.
Yes.
Another motherfucker without a dog. Yeah, the Arkansas State Police are just broke. That's what it is. These niggas can't afford body cams apparently, and they definitely apparently can't afford the dogs. Chasing down fugitives and shit. They might have like drug dogs and shit, but they apparently don't have finder dogs and
Did you copy
shit
that? Did you copy that?
that help find people.
K-90.
I ain't seen not one dog. We've seen like 6 cops, 7 cops pull up and go searching in the woods, but not one of them had a canine, bro. That's wild to
I
me.
don't know, sir.
Come on.
I really don't know. There's weed in the car. I have no idea. Like, I don't know how it's weighed out, but it's like the quarter of a sandwich bag in a bowl. It's legal in New York, but I don't know what the laws are here.
Oh, man. People are so dumb. You better know your laws when you go into other states with your weed. I mean, I'm not opposed to people, I get it. You want to take your weed with you. I totally understand. I know better than anybody. But you need to know and understand the shit that you may be putting yourself into when you do it. And know how to do it. Like, there's ways of doing it. There's ways of a quarter of weed definitely ain't enough for me to do no shit like that. So there's gotta be something more to this story than there was just a quarter of weed in the car. Fuck that. I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling super bullshit on this. One more step to go. Might as well get married, Where they're going to spend their honeymoon, right? In jail. These niggas is going to jail together. Not even together, just at the same time. That's it. They're going to be separated writing notes and letters and shit to each other. What is going on? This is dumb. I just really wish the Arkansas State Police had body cams, bro. So we can fucking see their goddamn shit. Like, I want to see. Because if they catch Buddy, Buddy sucks. I just really want to fast forward and see if they catch him. I don't know that they catch him, and they're probably not in this video. And that's very unfortunate. Hey, Ryan Parks is back, and shout out to Ryan Parks, man. Ryan Parks has been a long-standing member for a long time. He just rejoined. I had to hit you back, hit you up because I noticed it the other day. I was like, man, because there's a few people who aren't members anymore, and I couldn't figure out who it was. And then earlier today, it popped in my brain when I was reading them off, and I was like, Ryan Parks, like. That's one of them for sure. I was like, his name's not here. Let me hit him up and see what's going down. But yeah, man, appreciate you for rejoining. Appreciate you for tuning in. If you guys do not know, like I said, Ryan Parks has been rocking with us for a long time, way before the memberships. And even as soon as we put members in, or the membership option in, he's pretty much been a member as long as we've offered the membership, honestly. Like, I think he's pretty much, him and Gary Willis are the longest standing members of the channel of over a year. There's, I think, maybe one or two other people who have been members for over a year. But Ryan Parks is for sure one of those people. So shout out to you, Ryan. I appreciate you, man. But yeah, let's jump back into this. And appreciate you for joining into the live too today, because there's definitely been a few lives since we caught you. I know you're busy and shit, so really appreciate you taking the time to come say what's up, player. Straight up A1 since day one, for sure. Yeah, for sure. You ain't even lying. You should be a goddamn mind. Yeah. Ryan Parks, goddamn moderator. God kick you out. Oh, it's too late. It's too late. Somebody pisses you off. You got the power now.
L-Y-N, middle initial M, D as in David, R-O-J-A-K.
What's your last name?
Droja.
Droja? That's a last name for your last
Let's get
name.
over there. Let's get over here.
He's like, please get back into the camera.
Show me.
There's that ID that you was talking about. Okay, you ain't lying. You wasn't lying about the ID being your titty. You was lying about everything fucking else, but you wasn't lying about that though. Yeah. And there's gotta be like, it can't just be a quarter of weed that made this nigga money. He gotta have pounds.
223-929-6.
Or there was a bunch of fucking money in this goddamn fucking. No, she wasn't driving. The dude was driving. But there could have been a bunch of fucking money in the car that he intended on, using to buy a bunch of weed or something, whatever else he was trying to get from California, maybe to take back to wherever they're from in New York. Well, they said from New York, which doesn't even make sense either, because New York is legalized. It's medical, it's decriminalized. I mean, it's definitely, still kind of a weird market out there for sure. Like I'll definitely acknowledge that. It's definitely an oddball market, but it's not hard to get weed in New York though. So I just don't think that that's even logical. Like, I don't know.
672, New York State. Last name is William Ida Nora Ida Edward. First name is
I think
Eric.
he was trying to get by weed at this point, 'cause I'm not.
923 and 93. 923 and 93.
I'll try to find a picture of him. Showing how he's nowhere. He's a bit serious format.
No, not just having cash by itself isn't a crime, but if you have too much cash, they can definitely it opens up the floodgates to basically ask questions, right? And if you can't prove, that it's yours and why you have it, you know what I'm saying? Like, things can be a little weird for you. You dig? Like, things can get a little weird for you. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it's gotta be something. I just don't. She found a flip-flop. Oh, that was her other flip-flop.
He's also bringing their drone.
Yeah, they don't find money. There's no fucking way that they find money in this video, because
Yes.
this video is pretty much over.
I passed them. They're sitting on the interstate.
Good. Perfect.
I was coming from the 101. Or the 104 actually, because I got in that girl gas, taking it back to her, and you got in the shoot right up to the driver.
Shut the car on, Pete. Drive the top off.
Yeah, anything can be a probable cause for sure. That's the whole, that's the point of probable cause, right? Is they just have to be able to justify the reason why they, seized whatever they seized, why they searched whatever they searched, whatever it is that they did. They just have to be able to have a justification for it, right? Like that's kind of what probable cause is. It's just you got to have a good enough excuse or explanation for why you did what you did. If you can explain that and check all your P's and your Q's, then, well, all right. Well, shit. You did good. You did a good job, motherfucker. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Yep. See, yeah, they didn't catch Buddy. There was no way they caught Buddy. They probably still looking for Buddy right now. You know what I'm saying? They probably looking for Buddy still right now. All right. Here's why alcohol can ruin ruin lives. This is
on August 28, 2021. Dispatch advised they'd received a 911 hang-up call in Rice Lake, Wisconsin.
Y'all tomorrow in some
Officers responded to the address of the call and made contact with a female. The female stated her husband was drunk and bothering her. Nothing physical occurred, but he had a drinking problem and was agitated with her over them being separated. She said he drove off from the residence and also had a revoked license.
Oh, man.
Her husband was identified as 39-year-old Joshua Springer.
I'm trying to separate myself from him, but it's very difficult when you're married to someone who's a narcissist and alcoholic. And I have PTSD from prior domestic abuse issues, and I just...
Well, with nothing physical happening and everything calm right now.
Is that him?
That's the white car?
I don't know if that's him or not. Yeah, I don't know if that's him.
Did you drive a white car?
Yes, like that.
That's a Buick.
Yeah.
Minutes later, officers advised they located Joshua, parked at a Quick Trip convenience store.
Oh, man. So it probably was him sitting in the area.
You roll your window down? Hey, man. Hey, Josh. Hey, Josh Springer. Oh, we just got called to, spoke with, I believe it's your wife. You guys are separated right now. She said that there was a little incident that happened, and then seen you drive by, so we figured we'd stop over here and talk to you. And
it was definitely
get
him.
your side of the story of what's going on tonight. I don't know. You want to tell me? Were you over at the residence earlier? Or did you guys get in a disagreement or anything? Why would we have been called there? That's what I'm asking you. If you were there, we talked to her, so we obviously, she told us what had happened, so we'd like to talk to you and hear your side of the story. There's always two sides to all stories. So,
No. That's a lie, cop. Don't lie to this dude. There's always three sides to a story. There's his side and the her side, or whoever the parties are, right? This party over here and that party over there, and then the truth, right? There's always gonna be different variations because both sides are gonna sit there and try to play it a little bit more into their favor in all times, right? At all, you got to protect yourself. You know what I mean? You'd be dumb not to try to protect yourself. But with that being said, there's that side of this side and the truth. There's three sides to every story. And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to take her story, take his story, and cipher out the bullshit to kind of pretty much figure out the truth, or at least close enough to the truth so that you can make the best judgment call based on the circumstances and the information that you have obtained from both sides of the stories, right? Or both parties in the situation. So
you want to step out for me?
Just saying.
Unfortunately, I'm asking you to step out, okay? Step out of the car, Josh. Josh, I'm telling you to step out of the vehicle.
Joshua reportedly locked the doors and refused to get out of the car after numerous orders to exit.
Get out of the car. Josh, get out of the vehicle.
He's just smoking a cigarette and shit. They're about to bust his windows open, bro. They're about to bust his windows. It's not even a joke. They're about to hella bust his windows.
Josh, unlock the vehicle. Sound good?
Due to his uncooperative behavior, Officers parked 2 squad cars behind Joshua's car to prevent him from leaving.
Yep. Josh, step out of the vehicle. No, right now. Yeah, you can finish it outside. Step out of the vehicle now.
Perception can dilute the fuck out of the tree.
I'll let you finish it, but you're going to step out of the vehicle now, okay? Okay, I'll let you finish the cigarette. I'll let you finish the cigarette, okay? You turn the car off and step out, you can finish your smoke. Thank you.
Buddy is not getting out of that fucking car, bro. That is wishful thinking. It was wishful thinking that you thought that he was about to get out of that
figure
car.
out what's going on tonight.
There's no fucking way he's about to get out.
Don't reach for anything.
He's too drunk.
There's none back there.
He's a habitual drunk.
Shoes? Josh, step out of the vehicle. Right now. Do not reach for anything else, Josh. Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle, Josh. Otherwise, I'm going to break this window and drag you out of the car, okay?
Hey, I told you.
He then started the car and rammed into both parked squad cars.
Good to go?
Damn, what the hell are you guys to try to break this window? That shit is not working. What the hell are these windows made out of? God damn. These niggas are trying to beat the shit out of this window and it ain't breaking. There it goes. Holy shit. Oh, they finally broke that side too. Because you just tried to run off. What the fuck? Nigga, what is this nigga's windows made of? Got bulletproof glass or some shit? I mean, obviously it's not. Like, obviously I know it's not bulletproof glass. Obviously I know that just because this baton is not going through the window does not mean that it's going to stop a bullet. But I'm just saying, these windows are tough as shit. God damn.
Josh, get out of the car. 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 Do now. Give me your arm. Do now. Give me your arm.
Buddy's ruined his whole
Give me your
life.
arm back. Give me your arm.
Definitely lost his wife.
Give me your arm right now.
This nigga just lost his whole fucking existence at this point.
There we go.
He about to go to jail for a long time.
It's not that hard to not resist, is it?
I'm not resisting. Do you see me not resisting?
Yeah, now you're not
Just laying
resisting.
here in the wet ground.
How's that?
No, I didn't hit your car.
Is that good though?
We'll check it here in just a second, okay?
Yeah, that's good. Okay. You guys okay? Oh yeah.
You know where you thought you were going.
How you doing, man?
Big ass
Feeling okay?
behind your car.
Not injured or anything?
Definitely wasn't going
Just
nowhere.
get off the wet ground, that's all.
We just want to make sure you're not injured.
I'm not injured.
Yep.
Alright, so hold on. Before you lift me up on this side.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It wasn't about doing the right thing as far as like just leaving him alone. They probably wouldn't have did shit if he would have just had the conversation. The point is had he just left and like he wasn't around when the cops were there, like they really only went and probably fucking talked to him, honestly, because they spotted him in the fucking neighborhood while they were talking to his wife. Like, he was sitting there doing some weird creeper shit, which caused the cops to be like, oh shit, well, there he is. Let's go fucking have a conversation then. And at least get his side of the story, right? Because you're right, he didn't hit her. But there was definitely some sort of domestic disturbance that did happen, whether it was just an argument or whatever, that could have potentially had the potential to go further than what it did. But all he had to do was listen. All he had to do was talk to the cop. Like, he was being real combative just like from the beginning, like not wanting to say anything to the cops, just wanted to and most of that's probably because we're probably going to find out here in a few minutes, he's probably drunk. Like she said, he is an alcoholic. The narcissist part is kind of irrelevant and as far as like, I feel like this whole part of this situation, I don't think his narcissism is what caused him to like shut down. I think it's more of the alcoholism, him being an alcoholic that caused him to make a very, very, very poor decision in this moment right here. So, yeah, he needs a lot of help, but this is definitely probably straw that's gonna break the camel's back, and he's probably gonna go to prison for a long time, and you know, have a lot of classes and, you know, things he'll probably have to do and deal with, a part of just being an alcoholic, because he's, like I said, he's probably drunk at this point. And then yeah, his wife's gonna finalize that divorce. This is it. It's done. She's out of there. You know what I'm saying?
You see
She's
my
out of there.
shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay, so just be careful. There you go.
Hang on, man. I'm gonna search you here.
I got nothing.
Oh yeah, and he had no license. She did say that. Yeah,
left
she
side.
was done.
Hang on, man.
She's trying to get out. And
Hang on, man.
You see that one?
Hang on.
This was it right here.
Left side, that's all.
Okay.
She
I understand. I'm just searching you right now. Make sure you got nothing on you.
You're fine. No, I'm just showing you my right shoulder. Just please, left side, that's all.
Yep, he's good. He's good.
Okay, can I push up?
Just wait, all right?
Please.
right.
Don't lift me from this side.
Why? What's wrong with your shoulder?
Yeah, exactly. I got 5 pins on a plate.
Okay.
Hold on.
You want us to turn you the other way around?
What, you did have surgery or something?
We gotta help you here.
I know.
No, we're not gonna pull. We're not gonna pull.
That one.
We're not gonna
We're
pull.
just guiding you, okay?
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Set.
Yep.
Go. There we go.
All right.
See, like,
so wet. Let's go.
The fact
Didn't have to
is,
be this
like,
way.
I feel like he just. That's why, like I said, I don't think the narcissism has anything to do with this, with like this whole situation. I think he just made some very poor decisions based on just having a problem with alcohol, bro. I bet you we're gonna find that.
Just a couple cuts, or?
I'm cold. I'm wet. Come on.
Do you have any cuts on you, Will?
I don't know.
I think that's what he should go.
Did you cut yourself?
Yeah.
Check your hands. Just making sure that you didn't slit yourself. There's the deep throw. What is this here? Just a second. Jump in the back.
Watch it.
Cut themselves on the window. And then cops probably cut themselves on the window.
Kind of just explain what you saw, what we did.
The whole entire
If you're able to, I mean, obviously he was not.
I was gonna back up and like get out of your guys' way, but you kind of pulled up your squad car. So
Yeah, I pulled it up because I was afraid he was gonna try to take off or do something.
And maybe you staying where you were actually stopped him from being able to do that.
If he backed up, then he would have been able to listen.
Can I even ask what happened? Like,
Non-compliant and ended up hitting our squad. So
The only thing I saw was him walking up and they were trying to talk to him, and he rolled up his window.
do you want to?
if you could just put in detail, if you want to go inside and fill it out too, if it's better.
Let's go in real quick.
While en route to the police department, Joshua had attempted to get out of the handcuffs by popping his thumb out.
What?
914.
Oh,
He popped
bruh.
his thumb out. Said he popped his thumb out.
He's still 95. Take him back to the PD.
All right.
Upon arrival, officers observed his glassy eyes and an odor of intoxicants coming from Joshua.
Told you. Didn't I say it?
He's trying to play possum. He's trying to play possum in here.
Trying to play like that.
Yeah, because every time everyone would roll up, he leans over here. He keeps trying to pop his thumb out of the handcuffs. We're going to have to tighten him. No, he went home.
Yeah, he's everything's covered. He could smell booze off of him.
You would have to give him a call. So he's trying to pop his thumb out, so we got to tighten him.
Hi. What can I do for you? Oh, is your
boy scared? Are you scared? He's popping his thumb out?
No, I'm the scared one. He's actually more
His
of a man.
thumb's not coming out. I'm not gonna.
Pussy! Wow, buddy's
Hop on
real
out.
alive now.
I'm sorry, what?
Hop on out.
He went from being real fucking uncompliant to compliant to uncompliant. Yeah, I told you buddy was drunk. I knew it.
Are you cut?
Yeah, go ahead and send it to me, Carrie.
You look at me and you tell me.
I'm looking at you.
Okay, look at me. Is there a problem?
I'm looking at you.
Is there?
Stop.
I'm just wondering, is there a problem? Is that what you're looking at? Is there a problem? What the fuck are you looking at, Blondie?
Whoa.
God, I wish I had you hand to hand.
You threatening me?
No, I'm just saying.
that was a threat.
You're
bro.
staring at me real hard. Like
I'm just looking at you.
Okay. So, are we going to jail or are we going to stand here in Rice Lake?
Well, we're gonna stand here for a second. We're gonna do a field sobriety investigation on you.
For what?
For drinking.
Obviously, you jackass. That's what a
No,
field
we're not.
sobriety
We're going to
test
jail.
You gonna
is.
cooperate if you take the handcuffs off?
No, we're going to jail. Flat out. Put me in the car and let's just go to jail. Thank you.
Stop. You're not dictating the terms here.
Okay, well.
It was later discovered Joshua had 5 prior OWI arrests in Minnesota.
Holy shit. 5? See, this is why, like, driving under the influence laws can sometimes suck. Like, some people, that slap on the wrist as far as, like, you know, having to do all them fucking classes and pay all that money and shit, you know, ultimately, they get their shit together, right? Because they don't want to have to deal with that. The financial burden tends to usually be enough for most people. Motherfuckers like him, though, put his ass in jail. I feel like there should be a 3-strike rule. You know what I'm saying? Like, 3 is still a lot, but still, like, when motherfuckers manage to make it to 5, 8, 9, 12 and shit, which there are people out there like that, because I want to say we watched a video where another dude or chick or somebody had like 7 or 8 or fucking 9 or some shit DUIs or OWIs, depending on where you're at. Just, you know, they change how the terminology, because I think this one's just operating while intoxicated. DUI is just driving under influence, you know, shit like that or whatever. But yeah, I'm just saying, this shit doesn't make any goddamn sense. How the fuck you got 5 OWIs and your ass ain't in jail already? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? That's crazy.
And 1 in Wisconsin.
You got them in multiple states?
You guys are all in action. Look, I'm taking a knee. You guys are all in action.
What's that? Should be in
Are you ready? I took a knee. Okay, I mean, you guys are all in action. I took a knee. Are you ready now?
So you about to Colin Kaepernick these niggas? What? He said I took a knee. This nigga protested.
Why is that?
He said I'm a protest.
Alright. Read this for me here, okay? Statement of rights.
No.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say
No.
and can will be used against you in a court of proceeding.
No.
You have the right to consult an
No.
attorney for making a statement or answer
I know
any
my
questions
rights.
and to have an attorney present with you during
That's
questions.
great.
If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed at public expense to represent you before or during any questioning if you so wish. If you decide to answer questions now with or without an attorney, you have the right to stop the question and remain silent at any time you wish, and the right to ask for and have an attorney at any time you wish, including during the questioning. You
This
understand your
nigga
rights?
said, can I just go to jail?
Realizing that you have these rights, are you willing to answer a couple questions for us?
You know, he been through
I
the
just
system
wanna go
and
to
knows
jail.
this shit.
You don't walk away.
Where the hell am I gonna walk? I mean, come on.
Stand still.
Standing.
You want to do just a field sobriety test for us?
Nope.
Dandy.
No? Gonna refuse?
Yep.
Okay. Do a PBT?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Well, now
I'll
you're
take the
automatically
refusal.
getting
I'll
an
go to jail.
OWI
Do all that.
automatically for not participating.
So you don't want to do any field sobriety tests at all?
Nope.
How about you provide the benefit of the doubt and do a PBT to make sure?
I said no.
You don't want to do that?
I said no.
Okay. I'm getting a smell. You smell? Can you get anything?
They're about to do a sniff test.
Alright, we're gonna arrest for WI right now.
These niggas said. He said, I'm getting a smell.
Informant and accused.
Smell anything?
Under Wisconsin implied consent law, I'm required to read this notice to you. You've either been
low key, buddy, like if he probably has any money left over since he's got 5 fucking OWIs if he's got any money to get a good lawyer, I mean, he might be able to get off on this one. Like this one, there's this one. Let's get that body camera. Let's get that body footage. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that body footage. Let's get that body footage. This nigga did a sniff test on me. He did a sniff test trying to say, oh, buddy. Like, what the fuck was that?
Yep. Under Wisconsin's implied consent law, I'm required to read this notice to you. You have either been arrested for an offense that involves driving or operating a motor vehicle while under the influence of alcohol or drugs, or both, and you are the operator of the vehicle that was involved in the accident that caused the death of great bodily harm to you or substantial bodily harm to a person, or you are suspected of driving or being on duty time, it's out of service or disqualified. In addition, you're operating
after like the third fucking OWI. This motherfucker was like home. This was a fucking vacation. This was, you know, these are those slight little moments where he gets to like bring his tolerance down, and then when he gets out, he's like, yeah, one beer does it, and then, you know, it takes him a day or two, and then he's back at it. But you know, that I'm not saying one beer would legitimately do it, because his tolerance ain't coming that fucking down being an alcoholic. But I'm just saying the tolerance would come down a little bit, because you wouldn't be able to drink while he's in jail, and then when you get out and get awesome, you know, to that point where you can drink, well, shit, you about to be able to get fucked up. But I'm just saying.
Charges will also be suspended if a detectable amount of a restricted controlled substance is in your blood. Will you submit to an evidentiary chemical test of your blood?
You just took all my shit.
I'm asking you, will you submit to an evidentiary chemical test of your blood, yes or no? Is that a yes? I need a verbal yes or a verbal no? Yes?
Yeah, he knows what's up. Yeah, you know. He said, I'm not doing all that other bullshit, but you can
stay cooperative because we don't want to add any additional charges, okay? Right now you got obstructing, you got an OWI, and I'm not sure, a revocation, okay? We don't want to...
of what?
Your driver's license is revoked.
I was going to say, I'm not on probation.
No, your driver's license is revoked.
Yeah, it's
so,
been revoked
can you...
like 20 years ago.
Yeah, since 2003.
God
so can you just do us a favor?
Holy shit. The nigga been driving on a fucking revoked license for legitimately almost 20 years. I thought he was joking when he said that. And the dude said, yeah, 2003. Holy fuck. I was only what? I was fucking like 12 years old. I didn't even have a license yet. And this nigga lost his shit. Like, what the
fuck? Calm down and be cool with us.
How old is this dude? Nigga, because I'm 30, so that, like, how old is this nigga? Like, he's almost 50 or some shit? The fuck?
Okay, we're at this point.
Oh, man.
We don't want to fight with you.
Right,
we don't want to do
right,
dumb shit with you, okay?
No, I just want to move on to the next phase.
Sounds good. So stay cooperative for us, please, and continue on from this point on, okay?
Joshua was charged with felony OWI and misdemeanor counts of resisting and disorderly conduct ×2. His cash bond was set at $500.
See? Told you.
Ultimately, the charges were dismissed on the prosecutor's motion because of Joshua's passing in September 2021.
Oh, shit. Damn. Damn. I'm like, I was about to laugh, like, see, damn, blah, 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 but they only released that shit or dismissed it because the dude passed away. Fuck. Well, condolences to his family, and holy shit, that was kind of, that took a fucking turn for the fucking worse, didn't it? Like, god damn, I was not expecting that shit. That wasn't what I was expecting to happen. So yeah. Anyways, let's do one more and then we out of here. All right, one more. Motorcycle rider caught doing 117 in a 75 and he refused to stop. That's fast as shit on a motorcycle, bro. Like, I like motorcycles. My grandfather used to drag race motorcycles. And so like I grew up around like drag bikes and really fast fucking motorcycles. But that shit's always just terrified me, bro. Like to be on two wheels and you know, like it's scary enough fucking going fast in a car. To sit there and think that you about to go fast on a motorcycle, and I'm not that confident, like going like turning and shit like that fucking fast, that it's just not happening for me, bro. I'm not doing that shit, bro. I would love to have a motorcycle, but it would be more for just like cruising, laid back riding, you know what I'm saying? Mountain scenery riding and shit. Like I'm not doing no crazy shit on a motorcycle, bro. Just not happening. So this dude comes flying by the cop. He's got to then. Because the cop's not going to cross over the... Oh, wait. Or was he on the other side? And this cop is about to... Oh, he did see him on that. Hold on. Did he... Was that really the motorcycle that came flying by on the other side? Hold on. My bad, guys. It is him right here. Look at him. Phew. Okay. Because he was about to get off and he saw that motherfucker flying by. Okay. That really was him that came fucking flying by. You barely seen him. He looked like a fucking little pole. There's no way this cop is about to go catch this guy. There is no fucking way that this cop catches
Here's
this
a
guy.
white sports bike. I just passed 57 West. I'm trying to catch up to it. It's about 112. By now, he's probably at
Yeah, Keith, that shit was a hell of a fucking ending on that last video, bro. That shit was wild. I was not expecting that shit. You don't ever wish harm and shit on people who watch videos that, you know, glorify or, you don't want to laugh at people who pass away. So that was a crazy like, twist to the See, look, this is one of those goddamn chargers that I was telling y'all about the other day that's got a limiter on it. This shit only will hit 129, 130, and the only way it's going faster is if you go downhill with the wind helping you go. But that shit will not go faster than 130, bro. He's got his foot to the floor. See, look, he's going downhill. He can get one more extra mile, and that's gonna go away as he comes back up his hill. That motorcycle could have went so many different fucking ways, bro. There is no way that this bike is still on this highway. Why is this car not getting over? There you go. You know you saw that cop a long ass time ago. Arkansas State Police. I think AR is for Arkansas. I don't know all the abbreviations for all the states by heart, so forgive me if I right, yeah, you know, like they can hear you yelling at him. There's no way that he's catching this dude, bro. This bike is gone. What are we watching this for? Because he's not catching this bike. Oh, he got the fucking bike. There he is. Holy shit, he's right there. Holy shit. The dude slowed down, that's what it was. He was probably doing like a smooth 100. And the cop, when he was able to catch up, took him a minute, but he caught up. Holy fuck. The bike's doing about 130. Because he's not really pulling off and the cop's not gaining anymore. So he's doing 130 around these fucking corners. That is fast as shit. Oh, he had to hit the brake and slow down. Oh, he saw the other cop over there.
He's a black male, he's wearing red pants.
Oh, he stopped. Oh, he stopped.
I got several units around me.
Driver, get off the bike with your hands up!
I did not think they would fucking catch this nigga.
Hands up!
Appreciate you,
Face
my
away
ass.
from me! Face away! Face away from me! Walk back towards me!
He can't fucking hear you with this helmet on.
Walk backwards! Walk backwards! Keep walking! Keep walking! Keep walking! Get on your knees! Get on your knees! Cross your feet! Cross your feet!
He said, drop your keys? This nigga can't hear shit. He got this helmet on. Like, I don't know why you yelling at this nigga. Like, bro, he can't fucking hear shit.
Don't move! Oh, I can't hear it. I can't hear it. What's going on, man? Stand up. Stand up. I couldn't hear it. I'm nothing like that. 117 miles per hour? Where? What do you mean where? What's wrong with you, man?
Nothing. He's like, I'm not riding, man. I don't know. I'm just driving.
Stay right there. Why are you running?
Honestly, I didn't even see you behind me. That's the thing. Believe me. That's why I stopped.
You stopped because you saw those cops in front of us.
Trust me, man, dude. I can't even see them. I got my contacts in. It's right here.
You driving a motorcycle with no fucking contacts on? What are you talking about? You need glasses to drive? Or be driving?
driver's license?
To see?
I got a good driver's license.
Yes, sir. Is it suspended?
No, I got a good one.
Whose bike is that?
Mine.
Where's your driver's license at? Any guns on you? You don't have any guns on you?
I'm a college kid.
Why are you driving like that, man? You're getting out of traffic at 117 miles per hour?
On my way to school.
10-15, one now.
All right, brother. I see y'all videos on YouTube all the time. That's it.
Well, you on it now, shit. I was on my way to school. I feel that, though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta rush. Sometimes you might have woke up a little
Start
late.
at 10-11 for this motorcycle. Where are you headed to?
School.
Okay. Well, now you're going to jail, man.
All right.
You're going where?
School.
I thought you said Danbury.
Yeah, school.
Wrong way. What's in here? Phone?
Man, that sucks. And they about to tow your bike and shit, nigga. There's no getting out of that one. They about to tow his shit.
It's not coming off? We'll just take the cuffs off.
Why ain't they got this nigga in front of the camera? The Arkansas State Police, they ain't got the funds for the body cams.
J26 parcel, do you have traffic?
10-4, C's is in route, C's record in route. I'm gonna go ahead and open the net.
So we're gonna have a seat back here, okay?
What did you say I was running from?
Do what?
What did you say I was running from?
I turned around on you at the Love's exit at the 57. Yep.
Like I said, I didn't even see you on that day. Like I said, man, I would have stopped. That's what, as you said, I stopped.
Why are you going that fast and driving like that, man?
Like I said, I was just going to school and everything. I know how long it takes to get there, and I was trying to get there before nightfall.
Alright. Have a seat. Watch your head and get it.
He said I was running late to school, man. At least, yeah, you know, this don't seem like one of them situations where Buddy was like for real running.
You were all just staged up at Dollar General in Cove Hill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were just
that was pretty lucky. Literally, the second.
Y'all see that car behind me?
What happened?
Like, when I was trying to pull over, when I saw y'all coming over on the shoulder, I pulled over on the shoulder and they pulled in right behind me.
What the hell?
I was trying to wave out the window for them to go around me, so then I ended up having to pop a U to get around them to come back this way. I was like, because I just kept waiting on this dude to just hit the ditch line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, on you. That's why I was trying to get it far enough that I could get somebody else stopped and use that semi to block the road.
Yeah, I hella thought his ass was gonna run. I ain't gonna lie.
I think he saw y'all's lights.
Dispatch was
he got scared and he pulled over.
Dispatch was telling us he was in Franklin County already. So Grant is on the radio saying, dispatch, you advise is in Franklin County, and I'm trying to get on the radio. Because they keyed up forever and just let the... And I'm seeing everything going behind me. I'm like, telling Johnny, I'm like, if they would get off the radio. So when I got a little second, I was like, nah, they're right behind us. So I looked at when I saw that, I'm like, yeah.
Where were y'all at?
I mean, it is like the middle of fucking
Y'all could have been
nowhere.
far from him.
So we were also... That's three left.
I wish we had autobahns out here, man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just go fast. That's what we need. We just need a fucking autobahn highway that goes from California to somewhere on the East Coast somewhere. Maybe like a split off where you can go from like Cali all the way to like Florida or New York. That shit would be fire.
So you were on your way to Franklin County, huh?
We were going to go that way.
Yeah.
But I kept looking in my rearview mirror because when we come over, I was a little bit behind him. When I come up over the overpass, I seen blue lights, so I wasn't sure if it was you or if it was the
They don't really do a whole lot. I don't think they find shit on his bike.
But when I jumped on the interstate and said, Franklin County this, I was like, maybe we need to look. But then I started watching my rearview mirror and I see him weaving in and out of traffic behind me.
They're just talking about what he just witnessed. It don't look like they... His ass just had a bad day. That's all that was. But anyways, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in and hanging out with your boy, you know what I'm saying, for another successful live, because that's what we do. We have fun over here. We have a good time. And, yeah, well, you know, that was like, what, 4 or 5 videos or some shit. You know, we have fun for an hour, 2 hours, you dig? And then we turn around and do it all over again the next day. Well, not list lives every day, but lives 3 times a week, Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So make sure you mark your calendars. We go live anytime between 8 and 10. And then we just stay live until, you know, whenever usually. So yeah, make sure you Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If I ever miss a day, I always make it up. So you'll always get 3 lives a week, no matter what. But the main days that we try to go live on are Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then you get videos every day of the week throughout the week. If I ever miss a day, it's usually just because I get busy or whatever, because I do run a custom apparel business. So, you know, sometimes things happen. But outside of that, I appreciate you guys. Shout out to all the members. If you want to get a shout out on all the videos, all the lives by name, like all the members, I'll pull them up again. We got all the members. There's another one. I got to pull it up, or I got to refresh it for it to pop up. But Ryan Parks is a member as well. And yeah, shout out to all the members. If you want to get a shout out, think about hitting that join button down below. If not, do it the free 99 way. Subscribe, bell notification, and I'll catch you on the next one.